I love getting into a cold bed. Like, sheets are cold kind of scenario, do you know?
Yeah.
Getting my nips hard. G to G. Thank you for the hot tea.
No bad.
Man, I'm fucking rhyming like shit today.
What? Do you
Thanks
know
for
actually,
listening, folks. Appreciate it.
do you know what rap actually stands for?
Yeah, rhythm and...
No, it's rhythm and blues. It's R&B.
Rhyme and poetry.
Yeah.
Rhyme and poetry. Which is weird because none of them...
It's not gangster at all.
No. At all, baby. Can I ask... Saturday you're working, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
Time you finished?
5:45.
Can we abandon our families and get a steak dinner and go see Rambo?
Yeah, I think so. We're abandoning them next week. The following week anyway, so why not make it 2 weeks in a row?
Next week, isn't it?
It's Friday week.
Oh, it's a Friday week. I thought it was next week. Oh, man.
Friday's in 2 days.
Yes, correct. Correct. That is correct. And you saw his fucking fight partner fell out. His opponent fell out.
Yeah.
Sure, look. Anyone stood up? No one stood up yet, you know. We're talking about James Gallagher at the Bellator event. We're going to Dublin for Bellator. Got to meet some peeps. Got to make it fun. If you're going up, let us know. We'll get you for a beer.
Yeah.
I'm not talking to fans, though. They can kind of stand beside us. But I'm not actually talking to the fans.
Our fans are Bellator fans.
All the fans. Just like, well, all Bellator fans are our fans as well.
Nice.
Just keep it off air that they can.
They're scum.
Yeah. There's my wallet. Have what you want.
It's a few months past now, but you're going to judge me first of all, but like when you hear who was on it. Do you know the Logan Paul podcast?
So I watched one episode and I didn't hate it, but continue.
Who was on it?
Brendan Schaub.
Oh, I didn't know he was on it. Riley Reid was on this one.
I think he fucked her too.
They're a joke.
The whole people on the show, is it? Or
I don't know who the guy with him doing it is, but he's a
hey,
fucking...
Logan Paul, we're calling you out.
He's
that
a
whole
fucking,
boxing is a joke as well.
Yeah, but like at this stage, I have a bit more respect for him this time because they're going professional, so there's no headgear.
So it's a professional race.
Yeah.
But like, just fight in the street and Facebook Live it.
But do MMA, like that's who you're hinting at anyway. Like they're calling out Dylan Dennis and like Jake Paul. Or the older one. Is it Logan or is the older one?
I don't know. I'm guessing Logan's the older. Logan's the guy who fucked himself by recording a dead person.
Oh yeah. The older one anyway has called out
Dylan Dennis.
McGregor.
Oh.
The younger one called out Dylan Dennis.
Is that who he announced? Dublin 14th, Logan Paul.
No, but they're pretty sure now it's boxing. It's going to be boxing.
I said to you as well, yeah.
Which I have
it's not
no
Khabib.
Interest.
Khabib isn't boxing.
No. Well, it was Luke Keegan was the heavily rumoured person, and Errol Hawani reached out to him personally and ruled out. But apparently McGregor and him have a bit of an issue with each other anyway. But who doesn't have an issue with McGregor?
Who doesn't have an issue with McGregor? Like, love him and hate him, like, you know.
I know. Like, I can't say it, but like I know a boxer. Me and you both know a boxer who'd love to step in the ring with him, but he's too big for him. I think this person's too big for McGregor.
I think everyone knows what you're talking about.
Yeah, probably, but we can't say it.
If we don't say it, it's not real.
Yeah, we can't be held accountable.
I watched Spooderman last night with Jules. Far From Home.
Is there a proper copy? Because I got a copy 2 days ago, and it was Korean hard coded
Blu-ray.
I'll download that
watching
tonight.
legally on Yiffy.
I'm going to download that tonight. So because I still haven't seen it. You saw it in the cinema, did you?
It's unbelievable.
Did you see it in the cinema?
Yeah, it's class.
Yeah. Are you a bit sadder now knowing that you'll never see Tom Holland play him again?
No, they made an offer. They offered him 30% of revenue. Marvel might not take it.
But that's genius.
I think, it's going to happen. We're going to see him again. It's just the deal. Like, they're not going to build the entire universe around him and then pull him. They can't and they won't.
But that's not Marvel's decision. It's Sony's decision. Like,
well, it is Marvel's decision because they can just say, yeah, we'll take your deal.
See, if Sony were smart, what they would do is say, okay, you can have 5% or 50%, say, but we want these characters. Merch. No, we want these characters and build.
Well, they already own the X-Men, don't they? They already own.
Yeah, the X-Men and Deadpool, isn't it?
Fantastic Four and Deadpool, I think. So they're already.
Fantastic Four is ruined. I don't want to see any reboot. I like don't fucking at me with fucking John Krasinski. Oh, it's going to be great this time.
It's
no,
happening.
Fuck off.
So rumor is he's directing. She's the wife, and The
Who's
Rock
she?
is the thing. Emily Blunt. And it's a more dark, kind of realistic style of it, more than... I didn't hate the original ones because I was a kid when I saw them. I was like a teenager.
You said The Rock. That's definitely bullshit straight away, because The Rock has such a
He's
big
Black Adam.
percentage of film takings that there's not going to be enough room for Sony, Marvel and The Rock to take their percentage. So I'd rule him out straight away.
Yeah.
Like, he's probably getting
And it's
a
his
high
production company that does
percentage,
it.
a high percentage being between 10 and 15% of the Black Adam film.
Yeah.
Like, that's the only reason he signs on to
Unless
things.
it's his company that does it. Unless it's his company,
But then you're including a third
$7
company.
production.
Do you know what I mean?
But a third of 500 million is better than...
But like, you're saying
Nothing.
500 million, but like, do you
What's
think
the
it's going to
cost?
be half as expensive, or do you think it's going to be half as successful as the Avengers Infinity Wars? It's not. Like,
absolutely not.
if it grosses 200 million, that would be a success. But there's no money to be made from anyone
Exactly,
there.
and you're looking at what budget they put into it.
Yeah.
It's kind of a cursed scenario, isn't it?
Just leave it die.
Yeah.
Fucking figure it out. I think I'm excited for the Eternals. Like, I like the idea of the Eternals.
Yeah. It's a pity we didn't get Barry on when we could have, when he was in Kerry. He's in the Eternals now as well. Barry
Oh,
Keoghan.
yeah.
Guy from
But there's a
Chernobyl.
good cast going into that.
Mm.
I wouldn't necessarily
Yeah, I
say
saw
famous
Angelina
actors,
Jolie, I was like,
but like, take her out
But
of
she's
it.
solid,
But
though.
there's
She's solid,
solid
though, to be fair.
actors going into it.
Mm.
Your man, I really like him, the guy from Game of Thrones and The Bodyguard.
I don't know his
Richard
name, but I know.
Madden.
Yeah.
Great actor.
Yeah.
So they're getting solid actors in it, so it could be a powerful film.
Yeah. It's
And
a show, is it? Or is it a film?
It's a film,
Okay.
so it's interesting. It's an interesting take in it.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm kind of waiting for Joker.
Yeah,
That's my next thing, I think, that I want. Rambo,
with
excuse me.
Rambo and then Joker.
Yeah. I'm a massive Stallone fan.
Yeah.
Just
It's
one of
nostalgia.
my idols
I'll be so sad the day it pops up on my fucking Twitter that he's
has
dead.
passed away. I think he's another 10, 15,
Hopefully.
20 years in him.
But he's pushing it hard.
He's
man.
74.
He's pushing it way too hard. It's like, please stop.
Just
You've
relax.
given us enough.
But then again, is that what's keeping her alive?
Maybe if he stops, he might die. Yeah, I
he'll
get
just
you.
wither
I hear
away,
ya.
like.
Yeah.
Because Arnie stopped for a while and he got really sick.
Yeah.
Arnie had a triple heart bypass not 2
Yeah.
years ago because he kind of slowed down and stopped doing stuff. And since that happened, he's done a documentary, The New Terminator. He's
He's still in
hosting
politics,
events.
isn't he?
He's kind of dangling back in politics.
Yeah.
And he seems to be in great health again.
Yeah.
I think that's what happens. A lot of people, when they retire, they kind of give up the reason.
Mm.
Do you
But
know?
I mean, he doesn't have to push his body as hard. Like, he could go into just solely directing.
Well,
like,
yeah. I think writing and directing, like...
Like, we know going into this, he's going to be in incredible shape.
Mm.
But, like, how hard does he have to work to keep that shape?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's like, it's
Yeah.
not worth it, man.
But I think it's one of those scenarios like him, me and him doing 50 reps, and me going, okay, on whatever, 20 fucking kg barbell. Well, I don't know what the fuck they are. This shows you, like...
This is why we need
do you know what I
someone.
mean? That's... I'll be like, cool, my arm looks the exact same. If he does it, it's pulsating, there's veins. So,
Yeah.
like, he's done it for so long, I don't think his body will react immediately.
Mm.
But then again, I could be talking utter shit, and it could be the complete opposite way.
Well, that's a good segue into our next part.
Mm.
So many of the people would have seen on our Instagram, we're going to do Sober October challenge. I suppose we need to.
Yeah, break it down. 'Cause
We need
people
to. We
don't-
need to specify
yeah.
it a bit more. Me and
So-
you aren't big drinkers
No.
anyway.
So
It's
then-
unlikely
yeah.
that we'll drink it all in October. We'll drink in September when we go to Dublin, and we'll drink again in November. But
Yeah.
like, apart from that, I can't see any occasion where
Yeah.
either of us will be drinking in October.
Maybe a night out. Oh no, I won't be drinking if we're going sober.
Exactly. But like, how often do we have nights
yeah.
out?
I think it's once every 4 weeks we'll do something.
Yeah.
We're damn fathers. We're damn fathers, don't you know?
So for us, I think it's more fitness, getting healthier. I mean, we both have appalling diets. I smoke.
But see, in that scenario, do we do it where it's sugar and cigarettes instead of alcohol, or is it all
Well, yeah,
of the
because I think
above?
it's given that we're not going to be drinking anyway. Like, that's the whole point. Like, if me and you say we're not going to drink for October, like,
It's
that's
not a
nothing
hard
to us,
challenge.
like, at all.
Oh, you want to go out? No,
I can't for 3 more days.
no.
It's not a big deal to us.
No.
But if I gave up the smokes and you gave up the shit food, I would die, I think, if I gave up both.
Well, yeah, because you do. I remember when we should have started this podcast and called it the McDonald's sessions. But this podcast was built in the McDonald's in Douglas. OC Events was built there.
Yeah.
The whole idea of stuff was built there. Our relationship was built there. And when you gave up cigarettes, you leant
Yeah.
into that. Donuts, food,
Eating.
eating.
I don't think I'll be able to give up bowl at once.
No. You can, but you'll be a fucking cunt to be around.
Oh, I'd be a nightmare.
You're a cunt as it is.
Yeah.
You'd be a fucking nightmare.
I'll put on so much weight when I give up fags, but
But you don't, though. You didn't last time. You're tall enough that you carry it.
yeah. I think it's
Like-
just the more, I'll go up, as you see in my work, I have 4 flights of stairs. If I have to go up to the attic, I'm sweating by the time I get to the top. That's not good.
Same
I'm
here.
29. Do you know what I mean?
There's 3 flights of stairs here. I'm sweating.
Yeah.
Perspirating.
So I think that's more the kind of goals we're setting out. Like, we have to come up with some sort of challenge. Like, otherwise we're not going to stick to it.
Or some sort of goal that we need to reach.
Yeah.
Because my weight loss is going to be a lot drastic to yours.
Yeah.
Is body mass index, is that how it's done? Or
BMI.
is that a load of shit?
We're not.
We've reached out to a few personal trainers on Instagram. We put it out on our Instagram. You guys recommended people. We're going to reach out to those guys now.
Mm-hmm.
And see what the crack is.
So we're going to get one in before October to set the goal or set the challenge.
On the first
And
one,
give
like
us
what day is
type.
the 1st October? I don't have anything here.
I don't know. But
Yeah, whatever day it is, that should be the 1st, and we have them on the 30th or 31st.
yeah, set our challenge and give us tips, I suppose, on how to do it. And
Yeah.
then maybe a follow-up 1-2 weeks in, and then to announce the winner. I think they'll have to pick a winner. I don't think me and you can't have the same goals exactly.
Yeah.
But like, if
But
I
how
give
do
up
we,
fags,
like, what's the crack? So do we track it? Is it we're texting each other? Is it a...
I think we need to get onto the personal trainer or the person straight away. They'd know better than us what's the best way of going about it.
like daily check-ins and shit with them?
I don't know.
Pictures and weigh-ins and stuff?
Like, they'd have a better idea of if we did, say, just straight up diet, they could measure the percentages of the weight I'm losing versus the weight you're losing. And it still could be competitive that way. We wouldn't be able to make sense of it, but they could.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Yeah. So start reaching out ASAP.
ASAP, yeah. There's 2 really good ones there, but they all look really good. I'd look at all their Instagrams. They all look really good.
Sweet. Like, what happens? See, that's my problem is I don't want to get too sexy. Because it's not fair to people.
Like...
Because I'm funny as it is. I'm cheeky enough as it is that I get away with it. And then it's like... my poor wife...
There'll be no puss left for anyone else.
Do you know?
And it's
like... I just don't want to do it to my wife because she'll be hanging off me. I'm like, you need to relax.
Yeah. And you've a son to think about, like...
Do you know?
Yeah.
He'll need to eat. He'll need to... So, like... I guess I'll have to do it. But, like, it's a going against my beliefs.
I'm forcing you to do it. That's it.
Yeah.
That's the way you can look. You can justify it that way.
Thank you. And look, I'm sorry, guys.
Fuck.
Do you know
How
what?
does this always
I could
happen?
actually do a compilation of you going, oh, jeez, oh, fuck, oh, Jesus.
How do I miss my mouth? Like, what's wrong with my hand-eye coordination?
I should do a supercut of Riley Reid's cum shot compilation and you and the tease. Should go, that would be golden. We need to start making friends with artists who take the piss out of us in pictures and shit. Like the boys do. Do you know? The boys. Who are you listening to these days? Because you've fallen out of Joe. You've fallen out of Brendan Schaub. Tell the listeners.
Well, I went back to Joe for the Dan Aykroyd one, which I thought was good.
It was aliens and vodka.
Yeah. Yeah. And
vodka's the best vodka.
And Bigfoot.
Yeah. I love Dan Aykroyd.
Yeah.
And he's just signed on for the new Ghostbusters as well.
Yeah, and not that excited for that.
Ghostbusters.
Too many of them are dead.
Come here. Can I call out someone on this?
Local?
Yeah.
Go for it.
Local. Peter Carl. What the fuck, bro? He doesn't know we're doing this. We're going to do this and post it and tag him.
Okay.
Because that's the best way to reach Peter.
And would it be legal for us then to ask our followers to send him abuse?
I don't think it's illegal. I'm not going to give it his Instagram handle. That's not fair.
I will.
But our buddy that we went on holidays with, Peter, used to live in Dublin. Hence the word used to live in Dublin. I got word the last day bumped into Jay Riley in Halfords. And
what a Jay O'Reilly place to bump into Jay O'Reilly. Had to be something to do with cars.
And I think he was buying a bike for his mom. And he's like, oh yeah, Pete's down. I was like, oh yeah, cool. He's like, no, he's down. Like he moved home. I was like, say what? Peter Carl, hit us up, you piece of shit. We'll get you on the show.
Yeah, we'll need to get him on. That'd be a good one.
We need to find out why he masturbated 4 times in Portugal and then...
and what he used as source material.
Well, no, our phones had Wi-Fi.
Did we?
Yeah, we had Wi-Fi there. But I think that was a whole route. He wasn't sick. The peach snaps weren't a thing. He wasn't sick. He just wanted to masturbate for 4 times that day.
I believe he was sick, but it wasn't the peach schnapps. It was something he ate, I think. No,
well, he only had
it wasn't. He blamed.
Pasta, wasn't it?
Yeah, he blamed the pasta, and it was nothing to do with the 3/4 a bottle of peach schnapps by himself in an hour.
We were playing Take 2 and he lost, so he had 2 shots.
He lost every game.
Statistically, I don't think it's possible.
I don't think I'm exaggerating. I think we played 16 times, and I think we had to stop for his health at the end.
That was, yeah.
And he was in position, and it was lousy because he was in a positions to win
every time
at the end, but he was so drunk he kept making mistakes, and we were ruthless. Take two for that. That was a mistake. Take 2.
Yeah,
like we were brutal.
And I was trying to be nice, saying, "Oh, no shot. You have to jump in the pool," and you were like, "Nice, do a shot." I was like, "God damn it, Keane, you're going to kill him. You're going to kill him."
It's just as well because you know what? It all worked out because we wouldn't have been able to go on that really fun slide if he had come.
Oh, we would have. Oh, we would.
No, we would have been over the weight limit. Yeah,
2 and 2. Not as fun.
Not nearly as fun.
No. Thank you, Peter.
Yeah.
Thank you for almost dying.
Remember, I got savagely sick there as well that day. I felt like I was going to collapse.
Yeah, so what that was you were just completely dehydrated.
I think so, and I'm usually good for my water.
You were completely dehydrated. You got really angry, actually. Really angry.
I felt like I was dying.
You were like, I'm done. And we were like an hour in. I was like, what do you mean? We're at a water park in Portugal. And you're like, I'm done. I was like, literally in that tone.
I can't remember.
And I was like, what do you mean you're done? Half the rides aren't even done. No, I'm not feeling great. I'm done. I'm going for a cigarette. I was like, Shane, let's get food now because we were going to wait another hour so we can get food. He's like, oh yeah, cool. So we sat down. I was like, here's some water. Here's some food. And we just kind of left you be.
Yeah, I think he sat away from me as well.
You actually sat away and you had food and you had a cigarette and you had water and you were like, oh, I'm actually going again.
Yeah.
Because we were drinking the night before, weren't we?
But it came on me so suddenly. I felt so weak.
Because we're not used to that kind of heat. Like it was 28 degrees out there. And you're exposed to it.
And I'm usually good for my water, but I must have just... It's for the fact that they were charging water.
We were drinking the night before. Mm-hmm. We were out that night before.
I don't think we went. I went that hard that night, though.
No, that's the peach snaps night. So we were out drinking.
Oh yeah, that was the first night, wasn't it?
That was the second night.
Yeah.
That was the second night. Man, we talk about this. We need to go back there. We're always talking about this holiday on this podcast.
What are the chances of organising it for?
Oh, tell them what you'd booked.
I didn't book it yet.
Oh yeah.
Actually, I'm not going to come off great in the story. I'm kind of gone off Vegas.
Okay.
Because we went to a couple of travel agents yesterday, and
so he's going to book Las Vegas for his 30th
for my 30th birthday,
which is next July.
Next June.
I keep getting that.
And we got good prices, like
$1,700.
$1,700. The one where, if we're still going, is $1,900, but we're flying out of Cork and straight back into Cork.
Euro or dollar?
Euro.
Okay, that's expensive because I was on the website and I did the flights. I went to British Airways. I booked the flights and then the package came up, Luxor, and it was €1,600 total. But I know what you mean. You want to pay it off.
Yeah.
And that's the joy of it.
It's handy,
that £300 is the travel agents.
But here's what pisses me off. So the first travel agent mentioned to us, and it just kind of went over our heads. But then we were in, what's the place you reckon? Dawson's. Lovely girls in there.
Dawson Travel,
really helpful. And this resort fee, was that there when you went?
Yeah.
That's fucking bullshit.
It's like $250, is it?
It's $50 a night.
Yeah. I was there 4 nights, $250.
So I was like, that's ridiculous. For amenities, they say.
So
when you look up the amenities, all it is Wi-Fi and like international calls and stuff like that. That's no good. Like that. Who gives a fuck?
But that's their money. So you have to pay it as well up front.
Yeah.
When you get to the counter, you have to pay it. I was like, what is it? And Sticks, the guy I was staying in Vegas with, he's like, I'll cover that and you can pay me back and buy dinner and stuff and whatever. And I was like, yeah, cool. So I bought him dinner back and obviously drinks. So I made, we're even. But I was like, what the fuck is that? He goes, I don't know. It's just an extra charge. But
so there's that, right? So that was, for 6 days, it was working out at $300. and then the deposit is $50 a night. So like that's 600 extra for nothing.
For Wi-Fi.
And I was like,
$600
that's
for Wi-Fi.
ridiculous. And I was like, fuck Vegas.
It's unbelievable though.
Yeah, I know. I still want to go, but it's like I'll break my heart handing over that resort
I'm
fee.
surprised you said, now, Danielle, don't take it wrong. I'm surprised you said you want to go, Danielle, because you always saying to me you want to go with the lads to Vegas for your 30th.
No, I said to Danielle, all the lads are invited, so Shane and Richard try and make a lads holiday. She'll do her own thing. Like we'd have a couple of lads nights, but fuck it, she needs a break from the kids.
Oh, I completely agree. I'm 100% with you. I just thought you'd take her to Portugal for a few days or whatever you do there.
Yeah, well, see, the catch there is she's buying it for me. It's my birthday present, so I can't like say.
I'm just saying because it was that caught me surprised, and you're like, oh, I was like, oh, cool.
I don't think I'd leave Vegas alive if I went with just the lads.
So you say that, but
I am an addict.
Yeah, but you're not. You're not a cokehead. You're not a drughead. You're not a drinkhead.
You are not pulling me off poker table. Shane and Richard aren't pulling me off poker tables. I'm staying there until I lose everything.
But that's retarded.
Danielle will be able to pull me off a poker table. Pull me off at a poker table. That's the condition.
But that's retarded, like.
I know it's retarded, but I have an addictive personality.
No,
like if someone offered me any drug,
if you go in
I've
with
never
that
taken
mentality,
drugs.
if you go in with that mentality, you're losing. If you go in and say, look, I have a budget of 300 quid for the next hour.
It doesn't fucking matter.
It does.
I set myself a budget on Paddy Power every month. Doesn't matter.
You go over it.
I always go over it. It's like, oh.
Why are you gambling online? For UFC, is it?
Do UFC and football.
Soccer. And are you always winning?
No, not lately. I'm on a bad streak.
So stop.
No, I have to make it back. Actually, I'm up on Paddy Power. I'm up at the moment because it shows you deposits versus withdrawals.
I'm going to go back over all our videos and cut in a super cut of all the, I was betting today and actually the odds on Paddy Power are...
Well, I'm very successful with my win rate with the UFC is very good. Except for one big calamitous one. But the other ones, I'm always winning something.
Yeah.
I bet differently on the UFC than I do on the football. I do an accumulator on the football. So it's usually one team will let me down on that. I've stopped doing accumulators on the UFC and I'm just lumping on individual fights, making smaller profit back, but profit nonetheless.
I know. But yeah, we need Portugal. Now, realistically, I said to Jules about Vegas, she was like, let's see, because I'm paying back so much fucking shit at the moment. Liquidator, revenue, all this fucking shit, like, so...
Could you realistically do Portugal for a weekend in November?
No.
The weekend after Tom?
Yeah, I could. But I'm pissing off a lot of people doing it. I'm pissing off Jules. I'm pissing off my parents probably.
And there's no way you could get Julie to come? So it'd be bringing Danielle?
Yeah. Maybe. That could be the selling point. I was going to take her away in February for her birthday.
But like, let's set ourselves a budget of, let's say, €250 flights and accommodation for the both of you and for us. And if we can make it work, we'll make it work. We'll just go.
I actually found a class app. It's called Lucky Trip. And you put in your budget and you put in your airport per person.
It finds holidays for you.
It finds holidays for you. So I put in $250 each and I pressed it and it found us. Where did it find us? It found us. Was it Dubrovnik?
Croatia.
Yeah, a little boutique hotel and a castle tour and dungeon tour of a giant castle there for 250 quid each. And it's 2 nights and flights from Cork.
Like, that's class.
Lucky Trip. Check it out.
I'd love to take you to Poland. Actually, Poland's unbelievable. I love Poland.
Yeah. I've never been.
It's a great country.
Yeah.
I always had a horrific opinion of Poland, that it was cold communist buildings. Like, I went there in a summer. The first time I went was for my mum's wedding. And it was like being in fucking Spain. Like, I was scalded over there. Had a stag that I almost died in.
Yeah, you told me that. Did you tell that story in this podcast? I think you did.
I must have, I'd say. Let's have a quick abbreviated version. We went for the stag.
How old were you? 19?
20, I'd say.
20?
We went for the stag the night before the wedding, which is retarded. But people hadn't flown in from Ireland until that day.
I get you mean.
So, and the wedding was at 12 o'clock the next day. Like, that's an awful call. Like, I don't remember coming back to the hotel, but they told me we came back at 4.
I think you did talk about the podcast because you puked in the lobby.
That was the next morning.
Yeah, we talked about it, I think.
Yeah. Fuck. It was going grand. Like, I'm drinking with heavy Polish drinkers and a couple of my Irish uncles and relatives.
Polish can drink. Remember Tomasz?
Yeah.
They used to invent their own vodka. Taste, my friend. And you're like, yeah, this is actually really good.
Yeah.
I was drinking straight vodka. I cannot do vodka. There's no burn. There's a sweet taste. I'm like, this is obviously car fluid like I'm drinking. I mean, it's not vodka.
Antifreeze.
Yeah. But, yeah. Go on. You were given a glass of clear liquid, was it?
Yeah, so we got to this bar and like the menus. So where we were staying wasn't touristy. It was all Polish. And we were kind of depending on everyone with us to do translation stuff for us. So we got the menu and we were doing rounds. And we came to my round. They picked something on the menu. I don't remember what it was or what it was even vaguely called. And it came out and it was a pint glass of clear liquid with an apple floating in it. Not even cut, like just an apple floating in it. And I must have downed it. Like, everything's hazy after that. And I can't smell apples now without empty retching.
Oh.
So, fucked beyond belief. We got back to the hotel, I was told, like between 4 and 5. Dara was much younger at the time. I was sharing a room with Dara. Dara thought I was dying that night because he said I was in the bathroom puking for an hour. I don't remember any of that. And he was like, I better get my mum. Like, and
the night before her wedding.
Yeah, at 5 or 6 in the morning. And they woke us the next morning and managed to wake up. I went down into the foyer, this lovely hotel. And I just walked into the main lobby and the breakfast hall was just off it. And I smelt food. And I just puked.
In the lobby of the 5-star
this
hotel.
Lovely hotel everywhere. I think I just ran back up to the room.
You were in shorts and flip-flops, were you?
Yeah. No, my All Blacks trackie with flip-flops.
Oh, you fucking knacker. Like.
Yeah, complete knacker.
Yeah.
And I didn't drink for nearly a year after that. I didn't drink.
That's when I met you at the tail end then of that, wasn't it? 2021 you were when I met you?
I kind of understand why you thought I was religious because I was a non-drinker and I was engaged young.
Yeah.
So you definitely...
And you didn't smoke at the time I met you either. You
no,
started smoking.
No, I was off the fags at that stage.
Cinema,
yeah.
And I was like, clearly this guy's a religious nut and I'm not doing anything with it. I'm not dealing with this person. Was I a super at the time?
Yeah, I don't... Yeah, you were always a super.
You came in with Saran, did you? My sister?
No, I came in with Connor.
Oh, okay.
Daniel, Caitlin, Sylvia, Desmond, and someone else.
Yeah, I remember that now. Dara Hill?
No, she didn't start with us. She was there before us.
Okay. I was always a super, because I was there so fucking long. Good times though. Man, wait, good times that place. But is that the worst time you've ever blacked out drunk? I can't remember. Like, I can only remember 2 times I've ever done that. No, I can remember 3 times. Once was, I must have been 18, outside Mustang Sally's. I woke up on a barrel. My friend Enda was the barman, and he literally kept giving us aftershock, like the triple one. And there was no measurements. It was just pouring. Oh, fucking cat. I remember a bouncer kicking my foot. I had puked all over myself. The bouncer kicked my foot. I was sitting on a barrel down some alleyway. And he kicked my foot and I woke up. I was like, oh, Jesus. I kind of just stumbled home.
Anything could have happened to you there.
Anything. The next time was I was a retard. I was, I think it was Michael Reardon's going away party. He was moving to London and I drank tequila. I drank half a bottle of vodka with him and I was doing tequila shots in sober day. I don't do tequila. That's my kryptonite. I'm done. But it was bought for me. I do remember doing there was a beer pong table and there's 40 people around the table and I was against, who was I against? Dave Foley. And I was like, every time I was going to take a shot, I went, my mind is telling me no! And everyone was like, but my body. So I shot after every time and near the end of it, people were like, but my body. And I thought it was fucking God's gift. And that was the time, I think I was so drunk. Jules was with me. Jules was standing beside me. And I was cracking onto Niamh Regan, who was right there.
Jesus Christ.
And she was like, Jules like, yeah, let's go home. I was like, cool. So she dragged me away. And then she dragged me away and then she woke up halfway. She was like me pissing at the end of the bed.
Oh my God.
On the rug. And she goes, Jay, what are you doing? And I was like, get the fuck out of the bathroom, Julie. And the last time then was Amsterdam, my recent trip to Amsterdam, where I was playing catch up. So the lads were drinking. I don't drink through dinner. I don't like drinking alcohol with dinner. I think it ruins the dinner. I love food, so I don't like drinking. I think it ruins it. There's obviously arguments against that as well. But so they were about 2 beers and a glass of wine ahead of me, kind of thing. So I was like, right, I want to kind of catch up. Double Jack Daniels and Coke, please. My fault was we were in rounds, so it was quickly 1 beer. The Double Jack and Coke is a different thing altogether. Do you know what I mean? So your 4 beers is 4 Double Jack and Cokes to me.
Yeah.
Toasty, happy out walking down the fucking Amsterdam way. Billy Bob here. Oh, let's get a joint.
Yeah.
Cool. Everyone's like, yeah, why not? It's Amsterdam. We're having fun. We sit down. I'll get it, lads. On me. Up to the bar I go. Right. What do you have? We have this, and this. What's your weakest one? That one. What's that one called? He's like, what's that one? It was like a half strength one. He's like, it's amnesia. I was like, amnesia. I'll take that. I think I took 2 hits off it and I woke up in the apartment. I have flashes on being like a stripper pole swinging.
Right. And
the whole bar and club cheering for me. I puked all over myself again. I like doing that. We checked the Uber app the next day. We had cancelled 5 or 6 Uber apps and it cost us €40. Oh my God. Because they charge you every time you cancel them. Because they're right there. I'm like, nah, I can't get in the car. Nah, cancel. He's like, what are you doing to me? I don't know how we got back. I just woke up dead. Just couldn't handle life.
Yeah.
But that to me is what I do know. I'll wait 5 weeks and I'll have just an absolute session. And
your tolerance is gone as well. Same as me, I'd say. My tolerance, I feel tipsy now after a few pints.
Yes, I do feel like, yeah. Yeah, it happened. Yeah, it's the first time I properly did a Houdini, we call it in our group of drinkers, where you drink for 3 or 4 pints and you disappear without telling anyone. It was Pat's gig. He was doing an Eric Clapton tribute in the Triskel, and I met Lusty for her pint in the Oval, and Guinness. And have another one? I was like, okay, well. 3 pints in, I was fucking drunk, man.
From Guinness?
From Guinness. I was drunk. And then I had 2 ciders. So I had 3 Guinness, 2 ciders. And there's a photograph.
Are you trying to destroy your stomach?
There's Jesus a photograph Christ. Of me at the concert dancing with an old woman with a fox around my neck, it's like a throw or something.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's like, that explains it.
Oh God. I'll have to get Richard, my buddy Richard, on the podcast because his stories are incredible. He went on one last minute one with the lads, like the lads in his office in Dublin, and they booked they were finished work at 5 o'clock on Friday. They booked it at 3 o'clock that day. Bratislava,
I love that
dirt
shit.
cheap.
They flew out at 5 o'clock. Go home,
they
get your
booked it.
passports.
Yeah, go home, get your shit, and they were gone. They were in Bratislava that night, and they went into like the local Aldi, and like the drink was dirt cheap. They got whiskey and they were fucked. And I won't tell the rest of the story because it's so good. Like it's the antics they got up to in strip clubs and stuff like that is brilliant. So I'll wait for him to tell. I think I've told you the story.
I think you have off air. I do think you have.
I'll wait for him to come on next time he's in Cork. We'll get him in. He's gone tame now, old Richard. He was always the crazy one in the group. You do. You have to slow down, because if you don't slow down, he's the last of us to settle down now.
But there's always that friend who hasn't settled down.
Yeah.
And like, you're out tonight. It's like, no, like, I'm literally. There was one night I got a text saying, "Am I out tonight?" Right. This how bad. I was watching Great British Bake Off.
Ugh.
I had no pants on. I had my feet in a foot massager washer thing, and Jules had made chocolate cake, so I was sitting there and had a face mask on. I was like, no.
I don't miss it either. Like I don't miss it.
I've drank enough for everyone.
I like looking forward to nights. So we have Friday week now in Dublin.
But it's even worse when it's a shit night. I was like, it was a good night. I really enjoyed it. The night of our anniversary, you came out with us. We went to town, remember?
Oh, yeah.
It was a good night. I did enjoy it, and I'm not like, I really did enjoy it. We had a lovely dinner. We went out. We had drinks. I wanted a session, and I was looking forward to a session. And wake up.
Had a session.
You had a session. I didn't have a session. I wasn't feeling. My dinner was too big, I think.
Yeah.
And I wasn't feeling it then. And I was like, I think we bunked at like 12:30.
Yeah.
And you were with people you worked with.
Yeah.
And then you were single at the time, weren't you?
Yeah. I was fucked that night.
You were pissed, but they were younger than you, weren't they? They were like 24, 23, and they kept
Some
buying
of them
shots.
were. Yeah, some of them were.
And you were like, "Do you want to do a shot?" I was like, "No."
That's
You're like, "Do you want to do a shot?" I was like, "Not one bit." Do you know you're not in the mood, and you're like,
and
"No."
that's usually the other way around, where you would say do shots,
man,
and I'm like,
I was trying to get you to do shots in fucking.
I fought with you in Portugal. I was like,
I was trying to get you
don't
shots.
buy me a shot. Like, you're fucking wasting your money. And then like you'd come down with a shot anyway, and we're like, here, Pete, have that. Like, have that.
Yeah, what are you doing? Like that's the time you do shots. And remember the lady
But
boys.
it's same. Oh Jesus, that was scary.
And we leave it there.
Yeah.
Don't mention it ever again.
Fuck. That was scary in the
They were
Jacks that
hot.
time. You're confusing the ladyboys with the two other hot girls that were there.
No, who got cornered? Pete.
Me coming out of the toilets in this really narrow corridor.
And it was like, "Hey, buddy."
They pulled my beard. Like,
Oh, I like your beard.
remember how long my beard was then?
I want you to go back to that.
Yeah, I'm gonna grow it
The
out
Viking
again.
look, shave
Yeah.
the head as well.
Well, like the
Fight
business I'm working at the moment, I have to be careful with my appearance.
Yeah, that's fair enough as well. Fuck him though.
Yeah, I'm growing it now.
Yeah,
It's going to
Grow
be
it,
grown.
man.
It's going to be
Yeah, keep your hair
Spartan
long.
for FightCon.
nice. Just don't put that shit in it. Those pebble balls.
That is absolutely happening once it gets long enough this time. Even if I do it for a week,
You're a fucking.
just to always
Yeah.
be able to say I did it.
Yeah, that's fair enough as well. I'll do the exact same thing.
You'll never grow a beard.
It's like, do you know Meg in Family Guy when she gets the superpowers, her nails go. That's my superpower, beard. It's like, hey, want some pubes, please?
I was only actually watching a clip of that yesterday because it came into my head. We were walking somewhere and I was like, I just turned to Daniel and I goes, warm today. Warm yesterday.
I said it to you 2 weeks ago, remember?
Oh, you did too, yeah.
Warm today, warm yesterday.
And I looked up the clip and it kind of made me nostalgic for the early seasons of Family Guy again. It was a great show.
And then American Dad stole everything and became one of the best shows of all time.
Top class.
Yeah. I have to shut off in about 3 minutes because I have to go and get picked up.
Oh.
Sorry, guys. In the swing of it and all. Hugs and kisses. We're going for 40 minutes, though. Kind of flew by.
Time flies when you're having fun, eh?
I'm loving this unscripted stuff because recently, up until
we were never
3 or 4
scripted, but we
weren't.
had
There was
points
somewhat of I want
yeah.
to talk about. But if I don't remember it, it's obviously not important.
Mm.
So, yeah.
Although we always turn off the mics and we're like, fuck, I should have said that.
said that. Look, the only thing we do here is just get a Big Brother scenario, 24 hours camera on us.
Mm.
What happened to the 24-hour podcast?
That was the ball is in your court still.
I was talking to. We actually have a guest announcement. The Conspiracy Guys is coming on the podcast in October. It's going to be a fucking great podcast. But I was looking at their stuff. 7-hour long podcast, and I was like, God damn it, that is impressive.
Yeah,
that is so impressive. Obviously, it's you come back to it and you go away and you come back to the whole time and stuff. But like, Jesus, the three of them, fair play to them. They're down for the podcast festival.
Yeah,
and I reached out because we were talking before, because they're from Mayo, wasn't it, or something?
Somewhere in the Boglands.
Yeah, and we're going to do a squad cast with them. But then I said, "Look, you're in Cork City. What's up?" He's like, "Absolutely, we'd love to be part of it."
And we may be making an appearance on a Dublin podcast soon enough as well. So
yeah, have to text them, get that shit sorted. Look, let's leave it there. Hugs and our kisses. Do subscribe if you subscribed last time. Not subscribed, reviewed us, and it really helped. Thank you so much. Do review us on Apple Podcasts. It does make a difference. We go up the ranking, and that's awesome because more people can discover us. Tell your friends. If your friends tell us that you sent us, Keane can give you a little kiss with his Viking beard.
Mm-hmm. You can touch the beard.
Yeah. Which one?
Exactly.
My one?
You put on a blindfold
touch your beard
and you're presented with it.
Touch your beard in the mic. And my one?
Stubble.
You do that? Yeah, mine sounds better.
Yeah. Oh, all right. Okay.
Yeah. Do you want a hairy dick or a fucking sharp dick?
Are you saying that that's a dick on your face, is it?
My chin does look like a bit of an asshole. Blow my nose and wipe my ass at the same time. Good luck!